Alright guys, so welcome back. It's April 6th, I want to say. And we're back out trying to explore the bay. I'm going to go right back to trying to catch blackfish on the artificial. I'm just so curious if that's going to happen again. I didn't bring crabs, but I'm going to try to go for the blackfish at the bridge at where I think the best part of the tide is to get them. And we'll see if it works. If it doesn't, which I don't think it will, we'll just go out and explore for bass. If water temps are 48 and a half, it's low tide now, so this is kind of like the opposite of what I did last week. I don't think it matters like high tide, low tide, you know, incoming, outcoming with the blackfish. I think it's more about speed of current, but now that the tide is incoming, it kind of doesn't make as much sense that grass shrimp are getting flushed into the bay. So let's see if that matters. It might. I'm gonna use the exact same Vudu shrimp. I did not change it, I didn't do anything to it since the last time I was out. I brought some more in case something happens to this one. And I'm pretty sure this is the 3-inch or maybe the 3 1/4. But I actually brought even smaller ones because I just think the shrimp in here are very tiny. They usually are very tiny. This is actually like big compared to the size that we see. You're gonna notice now too, we're gonna be working the exact opposite side of the pylons that I was working. Water depth is different. We get tidal changes of, you know, roughly 6-7 feet here, so we've got about 6 feet different water depth. So it's shallow. It's going to be like, you know, like 7 feet compared to what it was last time. It's probably 14. Yeah, the water doesn't look as clear as I want to say it did the other day. Ooh, those are marks. Those are marks of fish. All right, we got one. Yeah, small tog. Alright. So it's still kind of working. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. And you guys, I really think these things are eating them because they're inhaling it, you know. If they were just like picking at it for territorial reasons, spawning reasons, I think they would be just like not having it so much in their mouth, you know. Look at all these fish right here. I don't know what that is. Those blackfish? I think I need a lighter presentation. I think because of the depth being shallower now, current doesn't feel as strong either. Let's switch to the smaller one. Let's try the 2-inch. I think this is an 1/8 ounce. I don't need my gloves right now. Kind of just being cumbersome. It's probably in the 50s. Oh man, sink rate on this thing is like crazy good now. It's gonna sink much slower. Gotta be a little bit softer with it. Just trying to get a little bit closer. Got one. Feels okay. Oh yeah. Nice female. It's definitely a decent one. It's probably 15. There you go. It's working. Oh, that's definitely a fish. There's not much right here that could snag me. This is so fun. Like, casting and retrieving blackfish is crazy. Oh, that was such a fish. They don't seem to come back. This current is really not moving much. My guess is it's a lower tidal coefficient today, so you're just not gonna feel it as much as last time. I didn't realize last time the tidal coefficient was huge. So yeah, I must have been looking at yesterday's tide forecast, because the tide's not supposed to move until another hour. And I don't know if I can stay that long. Dang it. I really need that tide to change. I screwed up. I think it can actually turn on. That's why I don't want to really actually go look for bass, because I have a feeling I might actually be able to trick these fish again. Alright, let's see. Now that the tide is what I want it to be, let's see if these fish will actually bite. Oh! That's right on time. Look at that. That's a nice one. That is a nice one. It's like about 15. Alright. I caught that one like right at the boat, so I might be a little too close. It does show that it is working again. That was another female. So we've caught, I think, 3 females. No males. So don't forget, the current is coming at me. And that's why, you know, I'm reeling. I'm not really reeling this lure in, right? I'm reeling it in at the speed at which I'm trying to match the current. Whatever the current speed is doing, I want my shrimp to follow that exact speed. That's what looks the most natural. And then every once in a while, you get a little twitch. You know, just kind of instigate the bite, make them see it. But almost always, they're just gonna hit when this thing is just doing nothing. That's a fish. Oh, that's a good fish. Oh, that's a good fish. What is that? Oh, think this is a bass. Whoa, massive, massive female. Oh, I thought that was a striper. Oh, dude, what? Oh, man. Wow. Wow. Gorgeous female. 18 and a half. Oh my goodness. 18 and a half inch female. That is crazy. Wow. She took that little tiny one. Wow. That's a great female. Great female for here. I hope she makes babies. There's that mouth thing I've always noticed. They have like a membrane in there. In spring it's showing more. Beauty though. They hit this thing and run too. Those big ones. That's the second big one that really just ate it and ran. You know, many times blackfish, they bite and then they move slowly away with it until you hook them. And then they kind of freak out. But these things are just like eating and running immediately. I really thought that was a bass. It would not surprise me if you can do this for blackfish in spring and other bays. Anywhere you got like a shrimp population in spring, I bet you this will work for you. It's not easy though. It's not easy. I always wonder what those little stack things are. Yeah, as you can see, it's 49 degrees, almost 50 degrees. And that's with the incoming tide, so it's warming up. It's almost out of the 40s. I think once it gets in the 50s, the bass start moving in a little better. May have marked a few bass, but they didn't bite. Definitely think that last week wasn't a complete one-off because I had a few bites on that shrimp again. And the last one being a really nice fish. Very nice fish. I didn't get as many today, but I think part of it is that the outgoing tide makes more sense to fish that. I'm not sure, I think the water temps are pretty much the same. Maybe they're a little warmer even right now. I probably will just continue to fish this thing all spring. I don't think I'm gonna try bait at all. Hopefully I can explore. I screwed up the tide. I think I looked at the tide yesterday, so I was an hour off, and because of that, I had basically an hour wasted where it was just slack tide at the bridge. And then I got those two fish, but I think it was actually because it was like on the ramping down of the outgoing. It's sort of like accidental. I'm interested to see how they react in fall too. I've never really tried a shrimp lure in fall for them. I'm sure they'd go for it if they're there, but there's definitely way more interference fish. Now this little thing is pretty good, and this is the 2-inch. This is the tinier one. I think that's only an 1/8 of an ounce. Just made sense having that slower tide and shallower water to be a little bit lighter. The way you work that thing is just like very little action, you match the tide. Very little action, match the tide. Shrimp aren't very strong swimmers. I mean, they can go quick, but they're not like, they don't like, sprint a lot. Get back in. It's 3:30. So I was out here for about 2 hours. It's a fun time. No matter what, it's always a fun time. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.